you know that the Igbo calendar has 13 months? We have 4 days in the Igbo calendar. People are being named after these days. Hello, welcome to igboclass.com. In today's video, I bring you something interesting. The Igbo calendar, which is known as Ogu Afo in the Igbo language. Ogu, that is to read, Afo for year. Ogu Afo for the Igbo calendar. We're starting up for the days. Ubochi. We will know how many days are there in the Igbo calendar and what these days are called. The Igbo calendar has 4 days. Unlike the English calendar, we have just 4 days in a week, which are Eke, Ore, Afo, Nkwo for the days of the week. I told you that days are known as what? Ubochi. Days, Ubochi. So when you're talking of today, we are talking about Ubochi Tata. Ubochi Tata. Yesterday, Ubochi Garaga. Ubochi Garaga. Or you can simply say Unyaho. Unyaho. Tomorrow, Ubochi Nabia. Ubochi Nabia. That is the day that is coming. Ubochi Nabia. Or Echi. Eke, Ore, Afo, Nkwo. The 4 days. Another quick fact. Do you know that people are being named after these days? People are named after these days. In the sense that if you were born on Eke Day as a man, you'll be named Nweke or Okeke. Nweke or Okeke. If you're a woman, you'll be named Mbeke. Now, Mbeke is not an archaic name or a name for ugly persons. No, it is a female name given to people born on Eke Day. Ore, the second day of the week. Ore, people born on Ore Day are known as Nwore or Okore. Nwore or Okore. A woman born on Ore Day is known as Mgbori. The third day, Afo. A person born on Afo Day is known as Nwafo or Okafo. Nwafo or Okafo. A female born on Afo Day is known as Mgbafo. The last day of the week, which is Nkwo. A person born on Nkwo Day is known as Okonkwo or Wankwo. Okonkwo or Wankwo. While a female folk that is born on Nkwo Day is known as Mbankwo. Is known as what? Mbankwo. Now, most of these names are now used as surnames in the Igbo today. Most of them are used as surnames like Okafo, Okonkwo, Okore, Weke, and so on. These are names of people giving birth on a particular market day. These 4 days are market days in the sense that every community has its special day for the market. Some people do have Eke as their market, some have Ore as their market, some have Afo as their market, while some do have Nkwo as their market. The 4 days in the Igbo calendar are Eke, Ore, Afo, and Nkwo. And these 4 days makes up 1 week. These 4 days makes up 1 week, which is Izu. A week is known as izu. Izu for the week. Izu for the week. A week is known as izu. So we have 4 days making up otu izu. 4 days making up otu izu in the Igbo calendar. We move over to how many weeks do we have in a month? How many weeks do we have in a month? I were izu asa. Izu asa. Izu for week, asa for 7. So we have 7 weeks in a month. 7 weeks in a month in the Igbo calendar. Unlike the Gregorian calendar that we have 4 weeks in a month and 7 days in a week. Here we have 4 days in a week and 7 weeks in a month. Izu asa na-emebe otu ọnwa. Otu ọnwa. And ọnwa is known as the month. Ọnwa for the month. Ọnwa for the month. Here we have ọnwa iri na atọ. Ọnwa iri na atọ. That is 13 months in a year. 13 months in a year. The year is known as afọ. Ọnwa iri na atọ na-emebe otu afọ. 13 months makes 1 year. Ọnwa iri na atọ, 13. Now, let's look at these 13 months that we have in a year. That is in the Igbo year. We have 13 months. The first month, which is known as Ọnwa mbụ. Ọnwa mbụ. It starts from the 3rd week of February to March. The 3rd week of February to March. Here it's just telling us that the Igbo calendar doesn't start from the month of January. We celebrate the new year in the Igbo traditional setting from the 3rd week of February to March. That is our new month. Ọnwa mbụ, the 3rd week of February to March. The second month is ọnwa abụọ. Ọnwa abụọ, which starts from March to April. March to April. Ọnwa abụọ, March to April. Here, clearing and preparation of lands for planting commences. A na-ebido akwadobe ihe eji akọ ọrụ, ihe eji akọ ugbo, ana na ihe ndị ọzọ. The 3rd month, which is ọnwa Ifeke. Ọnwa Ifeke, which runs from the month of April to May. Planting commences. Planting commences. A na-ebido etinye akụkụ dị iche iche n'ala. It might also interest you to know that we have a kind of, will I call it famine or trouble during this period, because almost everything that has been stored have been sown into the soil. A na-akonye ihe niile n'ubi. So most people have just little at home, just very little at home. The 4th month, which is the ọnwa anọ. The 4th month is known as ọnwa anọ, runs from May to June. May to June. Here, what has been planted keeps growing and all that. The 5th month, which is known as ọnwa agwụ. Ọnwa agwụ. Ọnwa agwụ, the 5th month. It runs from the month of June to July. Here, most villages do celebrate their masquerade festivals. The 6th month, which is known as ọnwa Ifejioku. Ọnwa Ifejioku. Some people do call it ọnwa Ihejioku, which runs from the month of July to August. From the month of July to August. Here, the god that is saving yam, that is the god of yam, is being praised. A lot of sacrifices are made to the god of yam. What is the god of yam? Ifejioku is the god of yam. So you sacrifice to the god of yam, thanking him for keeping your yams up to that moment after planting, that the yams are already, some of them are mature enough, some of them are already maturing and all that. So thanking the god of yam. You know that yam is a very, very important food in the Igbo language. Ji bụ nri dị mkpa n'ala Igbo. The 7th month, which is the Ọnwa Alọmchi. Ọnwa Alọmchi. Here, harvesting of yam takes place for most villages. Harvesting of yam, which leads to the New Yam Festival. The New Yam Festival. Here, it happens in the month of August to early September. That is for Ọnwa Alọmchi. The next month that we have is Ọnwa Ilomo. Ọnwa Ilomo, which is the 8th month. Here, it runs from the early September to late September. Early September to late September. Here, some other villages do have their New Yam festivals at this period too. Harvesting continues. The 9th month, which is Ọnwa Ala. Ọnwa Ala. Some people do call it Ọnwa Ani or Ọnwa Ana. Ọnwa Ala, which is the 9th month. It runs from October, that's throughout the month of October. Ọnwa Ana. Here, you specifically thank your God, that is the god of the land, Chiala, for keeping you throughout the planting season. Ọ bụ oge a ka eji ekele ala, that is the god of the earth, maka ichekwaba onye dị otu ahụ, ọkọchọa ihe niile ọ kọrọ ma wepụtacha ihe ubi niile ọ kọrọ. It's a month of Thanksgiving. You thank the God for bountiful yield and all that, for keeping you throughout the planting season and up to the harvest season. You harvested and you and your family are now enjoying the fruit of your labor. That is what you planted. That is for the 9th month, Ọnwa Ala. The 10th month is known as Ọnwa Okike. Ọnwa Okike. It runs from early November to late November. Early November to late November. The 11th month, which is known as Ọnwa Ajana. Ọnwa Ajana. It runs from late November to December. Late November to December. The 12th month, which is Ọnwa Ede Ajana. Ọnwa Ede Ajana, which runs from late December to late January. From late December to late January. That is for Ọnwa Ede Ajana. Here, people keep associating with people, their fellow neighbors, preparing ahead for the next year. Preparing ahead for the next year. The last month of the year, the last month of the Igbo year, which is the 13th month, is known as Ọnwa Ụzọ Alụsị. Ọnwa Ụzọ Alụsị. Ọnwa Ụzọ Alụsị. It runs from late January to the 2nd week of February. Late January to the 2nd week of February. Late January to February. That is Ọnwa Ụzọ Alụsị, runs from late January to February. Here, it is a month of Thanksgiving too. You thank your personal chi, that is your personal God. You thank the gods of any god that you're serving for keeping you throughout the year, which is Ọnwa Ụzọ Alụsị is the last month of the year. You thank God for keeping you throughout the year. Here, the new month starts up again from the 3rd week of February, running through again. So let's go through the months of the Igbo calendar. The first month, Ọnwa Mbụ. The second month, Ọnwa Abụọ. The third month, Ọnwa Ifeke. The fourth month, ọnwa anọ. The fifth month, ọnwa agwụ. The sixth month, ọnwa ifejiọkụ. The seventh month, ọnwa alọmchi. The eighth month, ọnwa ịlọ mmụọ. The ninth month, ọnwa ala. The 10th month, ọnwa okike. The 11th month, ọnwa ajana. The 12th month, ọnwa ede ajana. And the 13th month, which is ọnwa ụzọ alụsị. Thank you for joining us in today's video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Till I come your way again, I am Teacher Chiamaka. Bye.